everyone, today's video is going to be an update, the first update on my 13 and Halloween, that is Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So if you watched my last update, which will be in the Project Pan playlist, which is listed down below always, you saw that I kind of I made up some categories that reminded me of Nightmare Before Christmas, and I sifted through them, picked them out, and then chose products. This is a rolling project pan, so every time I use something up, I replace it with something else until I hit 13 products. So once I have used up or hit goal on 13 items, I'm done with this project. And if you're like, oh, but what if it's not like October 31st? That's okay. I'm going to finish it then, make a video, obviously. So I could potentially be done with this in, like, I don't know, September 2nd or something. Probably not, but you know, it could happen. But I do that because I currently have five project pans going on, so it helps me keep more and more like newer project pans going. That's how I like to do it. Hopefully you're okay with it. But anyway, like I said, I had chose 13 products and I've already finished up 4 items, which is insane. I'm so excited about it. So let's go ahead and I'll show you the items I used up, what I'm replacing them with, and then the progress on the other 9 items. The first thing is the City Color HD powder. And as you can see, I did take out the stopper, or the sifter, and I will say that this is the hardest sifter I've ever had to take out, and I've taken out a lot of them. So I took out this sifter. I got this powder in a, I don't know, an empty bag a long time ago. It was decent, but it went really, really fast. And I used it because the What's This is the song that he sings when he goes into Christmas land. So everything's like red and green, and they have these cute little elves. And you might know, like, no one in Halloween Town has like a peachy colored skin tone, or like, you know, like my skin tone. They're all like different colors, like white mainly, or like Sally's green and stuff like that. So I decided to use this to replace it. First of all, because it's red and Christmas Town is red and green, and then like I said, the elves and Santa Claus are like, I don't want to say skin tone, I know people don't like that, but like my skin tone. So they're like Caucasian skin tone, if you want to say that. But there you go. This is the powder, and I would like to hit pan on it. If you can see, I actually have a relatively decent dip. I don't think I could finish this up within 3 months for sure, but I think I could hit pan on it, which would be really exciting. So that's my first product. The second empty is my Henry Selick item, and in case you don't know, Henry Selick is the director of Nightmare Before Christmas, and he also directed Coraline. And this is the Peter Lamaze Supreme Radiance Complexion Booster. It was just like a primer, so I finished this up completely. And I chose that because this bottom part reminded me of a button, which is like the big black buttons that they like sewed onto their eyes. And so similarly, I have another product that kind of has this black bottom that's like a button. And it is the MAC Strobe Cream. I haven't marked any of these products actually, but I'm about like right here-ish. I would say I'm not marking this because then I can't back to MAC it. I'm just telling you that now. But this is like a really nice hydrating foundation primer. I like to use like a silicone one in my T-zone, kind of around here where I have pores and like, not wrinkles, but you know, where I'm expressive very much. And then this on the rest of my skin because it kind of like makes my skin look not quite so dry. So I hope to use this completely up in the next 3 months. The third empty I have is my Oogie Boogie song, or I called it Gambling Oogie Man because that's what he says, because I'm a gambling boogie man even though I don't play fair. And I used the Milk Makeup Urbane mascara because it's black and white like the dice that he throws. And this has like a unique wand. It's got these 3 little balls, and I totally finished this guy up. It's really dry now. So what I'm using to replace that item is in my Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette. And I chose something in here because if you know, like when he rolls the dice and they hit snake eyes, snakes actually like come out of it. So it kind of reminded me of this snake on this palette. And what I'm actually using is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. So it's right here. It is the bronzer I have on today, and I really like it. It used to be one of my favorite bronzers, and I haven't used it in forever. So let's see. Yeah, it's really cool tone. It might be slightly too light right now because I am tanner than normal. But I would like to hit pan on it, and it's on almost brand new. I don't know how big that bronzer is. Does it say on the back? That bronzer is 4 grams, so I don't know about that. That's kind of intimidating, but we're going to try. We're going to try to hit pan on it. And, you know, that's one of the things, another thing that I really like about doing this rolling project pan, just worrying about 13 items, is I can put in products like this that I'm kind of nervous about and kind of be like, yeah, you know, if I don't fit that, I can probably hit gold on something else. You know, it just kind of helps me. I really like it. That's all. You know, I don't want to be too weird on it. The fourth and final item that I have hit gold on is this concealer. And this is the Oogie Boogie product because he's kind of like a greeny brown shade. And this is the Physicians Formula Concealer 101 palette. And my goal was to hit pan in the green. And I don't know if you can tell, it's right there. It's not like because it is a green cream, you can't really see like that silver flash very well. But do you see that? I hit pan. I really like this. I have it under my foundation today. But I am finished with it for now. And so the product I wanted to replace that with is actually this e.l.f. Makeup Mist-In Set. I am right here at the top. And it's a black product, which like when Oogie like swallows the camera at one point, like it's pitch black. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of Oogie Boogie and like really Nightmare Before Christmas in general. This black, but when you hold it up to the light, it's kind of a greeny as well. I don't know. It just reminded me of Oogie Boogie. And I don't love this sprayer. If you can see, I don't think you're gonna be able to see. It's like it seems really nice. But I swear, like, it does not taste good. The bottom part of, like, the spray nozzle sprays out a lot more than the top. So I kind of am getting, like, this half moon of spray instead of, like, a nice circular mist. So I would like to use this up. So those are the 4 new products. And now I'm going to go over the ones that I already had and the progress I've made. First off, I'll go over the clown with a tearaway face. And she's like a unicycling clown in a pink kind of jumpsuit with purple polka dots. So I picked out this purple glitter. And it is the glitter I have on. And I put a matte top coat on it. Didn't really do much. I was just intrigued. So last month I was right here. And I'm probably like down to there now. I've definitely used it a bunch. It's on my toes as well. But this is weird because it's like a gel formula. And it's kind of thick. So it's like hard to really tell my progress. It doesn't like all fall down like normal nail polishes, so I don't know. And like I notice when I use it, like it seems like in the middle there's a lot less. Like it's almost like I've like burrowed down into it. I don't really know, but I'm working on that product. Then we have my Dr. Finklestein product, and this one looks like I haven't used it at all, which is really frustrating because I've used it almost every day. And this is the Laqa & Co. Cheeky Lip and Humble Brag. And as you can see, this is where I was last month. And that's where I am today. So like the teeny weeniest bit of progress, not very much at all. But I promise you, I've used it a bunch. It's also what I have on my lip today. So it's a matte color. It's a little drying for the lips. And it's really pigmented. It blends out nicely. I have it on my cheeks and my lips. But it's just not moving at all, which is really frustrating. And then we have my Sally item, and it's also Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This is in the shade 01, and it's the Sculptor, so it's like a liquid or cream bronzer. And this one I've made more progress on. So if you can see there, again, that gold line is where I was last time, so I've made probably 2 or 3 centimeters worth of progress. I don't know, I think if I continue that, I could finish this in 3 months. There it is. I have it on today as a cream contour on my cheeks and on my nose. So I've been using it. I've been doing what I can. So that's my Sally product. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So now we have a bunch of eyeshadows. 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Okay. 6 eyeshadows and then we're finished. First we have Beryl, who is one of Oogie's henchmen, and he is voiced by Danny Elfman, who wrote the score, and he also is in a band called Oingo Boingo. He's kind of a huge deal in the music world. So I chose my Balm Jovi palette, and I wanted to hit pan on the shade Adagio. I have a very similar shade in my Superhero Summer Project pan, so honestly I've been using that a lot more. But I have used this once or twice, and if you can see, it does have a tiny dip. I have it on my eyebrow today. There we go. Sorry about this lighting. I feel like the lighting is kind of crappy. So there it is. It's a nice highlighting shade. It's matte. I used it under my eyes. I definitely think it's very powdery, and I could probably hit pan on that within the next 3 months. And I don't know if it says the size. Does it say the size? Oh yeah, it does. So each one of those, oh, they're 10.8 grams. So each one of those is like less than a gram. So I definitely think I could hit pan on Adagio. This one I'm not so sure about. This is the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. And this is for my This Is Halloween song. And this shade just reminds me a lot of Halloween. And that is the shade Dagger. These are 1.7 grams a piece, which is bigger than a normal like MAC shadow. And if you can see there's like no progress. And I've used it in my crease or on my, like either as like to blend out, which is what it's doing today, or in my crease almost every day. And there's just not even a dip. It's really pigmented and nice. However, I have found that it's not the easiest to blend out. So I don't really know about that. I don't know. I was hoping I would have more progress, but this guy's not really moving. So again, really glad I'm rolling some products in. Don't get me wrong when I say that. I'm still planning on like focusing on these items and really trying to hit my goals on all of them. But there are some that just don't go as fast as you were thinking. Another example of that is this Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. I love this palette. And for the snake that like gets delivered as a Christmas present and it's yellow with red stripes, I don't know. I just love that snake and I love watching it eat the Christmas tree. I chose the shade Calavera. And if you can see, similarly to the shade Dagger, there's just no progress on it at all. And I've used this probably, I don't know, not 10 times, but a lot. So here we are. It's on my lids today. I don't love it as a lid shade, but it's really gorgeous. But again, I've used it a lot and there's just absolutely no progress. Like the top of the shadow looks a little rougher, but there's no like dip or anything. So it's another disappointing thing. Okay, this is, again, I promise y'all I've been using these shadows a bunch. This is for Tim Burton, who is the executive producer of Night Before Christmas. And he was the director of the Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass movie. And I chose the shade Hatter. And this one, you can tell I've used it, at least. It's got like some, you know, dappling on it, but it doesn't have a dip or anything. Again, I just wanted to hit pan in this. And I have it under my lower lash line today, if you can see that. It's kind of matte, and it's really pretty. It's kind of like a true Kelly green. I think it's a gorgeous shade. I have nothing against it. And I have used it. It's just going by really, really, really slowly. Okay, I thought I broke the palette. I always am afraid I do that like once a week, let's be honest. I was talking to John's niece about that. She's like, we watched a video and you dropped your eyeshadow. And I was like, that could have been any of them. I do it all the time. So the next shade is actually my Jack Skellington shade. And it's in the gorgeous Kat Von D Movie the Loca palette. And it's the shade Skulls, because he's a skeleton. And I've been using this, I have it on today as both an inner corner highlight and actually as my cheek highlight. And I do like it as that. And it's got a little bit of a dip in it. Like the tiniest dip. I feel like this is just not really showing up. Like none of these are really showing up very well. So there it is. It's a gorgeous shade. Again, highlight on my inner corner, on the tip of my nose. It's beautiful. It's got a little bit of progress. But if I'm just using it like that, it's hard to get some use out of it. And these are also pretty large. They're what? Oh, they're 1.1 grams a piece. And the last shade, I really thought I was going to hit pan on it. And I haven't quite yet, but I think that probably by next month I can hit pan. It's in the Urban Decay Vice palette, and it's in the Pumpkin King shade, which I used Flame. And can you see that huge dip I have in that shade? It's absolutely giant. Oh, well, you don't want that. Yo, I'm sorry about this lighting. Some of my videos, just the lighting is absolute crap, and I'm sorry. Like, I am. But I have discovered, like, this is a super shimmery shade. I have it kind of in my outer corner today, which I like it like that, but I've actually discovered, surprisingly, one of my favorite ways to use this shade is in the crease. And I know it's super shimmery, and you're supposed to use, like a matte shade, but I love using this super bright orange. I think it's great. It makes your eyes look a lot warmer. This shade is kind of flaky because it is so glittery, but I feel like I could hit pan maybe next month. I've definitely gotten a lot of use out of it. So, those are the 13 items I want to use up by Halloween. I've used up 4, so I've replaced them. So I'm working on 13, but I have to hit goal or use up 9 of those, and then I'm going to call this project quits. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope everything I've said makes sense. If you have any suggestions of how to use any of these items, let me know. Again, I'm sorry that I feel like this lighting is not my best. I use natural light. I don't have any lights, like professional lighting, because I can't afford it at the moment. Maybe one day. But I still hope you enjoyed it and you could see this progress and you like seeing how I'm doing on my project pans, because I have a lot of them. Again, we have 4 out already, 3 of which are empty, which is just really exciting. And so I will see y'all real soon. Bye.